security was always going to be a major concern in these elections. There's been a wave of deadly Taliban attacks, mostly here in Kabul, in the days leading up to the polls that are set to take tomorrow right across Afghanistan. We understood that they probably would be targeting of polling stations and possibly security forces. But today has come this news that 2 foreign journalists have been shot and 1 is dead. We're joined here by Sadiq Siddiqui, who is the spokesperson for Afghanistan's Minister of the Interior. Sadiq Siddiqui, we understand the attack took place in eastern Afghanistan, yes, close to the Pakistan border. What other details are now clear?
We are working on the details, but it was a very unfortunate incident. The security is very tight, and the guy who was responsible for the security of this place, he might have had a wrong calculation of the place or the person who was approaching them. But he's in the custody. We are going to fully investigate what was the main reason that this unfortunate incident happened.
So you seem to suggest that it wasn't a targeted killing, that in fact it was a case of mistaken identity, opened fire?
It could have been, well, the science shows that it could have been a mistaken identity or a mistake or a bad conclusion or a calculation by a police officer who was responsible for the security of that area. But he's in the custody, he's alive, so we are going to investigate to find out what went wrong on that particular moment.
We understand that the journalists were traveling with a member of the Independent Election Commission. Can you tell us more about how they would have looked as they approached?
Yeah, unfortunately, the police in Host province did not know about the movements of these journalists there, but of course, we are working now on each detail of the incident. But these 2 journalists were traveling to that part of the country. We are very sorry for what has happened, but let us, investigate to find out the reason.
And that part of the country close to the Pakistan border, that for the security services, for the Ministry of Interior where you work for, there'd be particular concern. It's a sensitive part of the country.
That is one of the areas that we are very much concerned, and for the past 24 hours, many of our border police posts were under the attack by the Taliban and from the other side of the border. So those areas are much of concern for us. That's why we have taken lots of security measures and we have strengthened our measures in those particularly places.